Hello, my name is Gerald Boldia and I'm an artist in Prince Edward Island, Canada, and I'm doing a virtual residency because of COVID-19 for the Beaverbrook Art Gallery in Fredericton, New Brunswick. We thought this would be a good idea for you to see what artists are doing in their studios at a time that you can't visit them. I'm working on a project titled Extinction, which I'll be presenting this August at the Bonavista Biennale in Newfoundland on the Bonavista Peninsula in August. Right now I'm in my basement studio surrounded by a bunch of giant dinosaur bones as I'm building a 27-foot long dinosaur skeleton as part of this project. Before I get into the details of how I'm doing it and the construction, I thought I'd take a moment to show you the concept behind the idea. We're here in my studio where we're going to talk about the concept and the design process of my work Extinction that I'm doing for this residency. What I'm going to be building is a large dinosaur. This is an Albertosaurus, and it would have been native to Alberta millions of years ago, and as you can see it's about the right size as scaled to a person. It'll be about 27 feet tall and it'll stand about 10 feet high here at the hips. And it's going to also be modeled on a pump jack, and pump jacks are used to extract oil out of the ground. And you can see the anatomical relationship here where there's a head and there's a spine and there's legs, and these are very skeletal structures. There's even like little knockouts here that look like the orbits for the eyes and things. And like a pump jack, this work will be mechanized, so it'll be moving up and down, kind of marking the relentless progress of industry and the problem of climate change, and that the only solution is really to make it stop. As we know, oil is a fossil. It's decomposed plant and animal material that's been geologically processed for millions of years, and when we think of, and dinosaurs are fossils, and when we think of animals that have gone extinct, we naturally think of dinosaurs. So you can see the conceptual relationship between the form, and the idea is the fact that these are both fossils, and the problem is the extraction and the consumption of fossils and its contribution to climate change. So the next step in a process like this is to find something that I can use as a model, and thankfully you can find lots of toys of dinosaurs, and these things come apart and you can see where all these individual bones are articulated so that I can take them off of the spine, and then by using a simple set of calipers like this I can measure each one, and then I can see what the size and the width and the thickness is. And then I can record that, and then I can scale up by using a scale of each inch off of this object here will translate into 1 foot of actual dinosaur. And so this eventually, like I said, will be 27 feet long. And after I got this process done, my next stage was to make this little model here, and this will be the literal skeleton out of steel that will hold this object together. And then these bones will be made out of wood. This one would go on this area here, and they will go on top of this steel skeleton, which I'll have fabricated for myself. And then we will start next week looking at the construction and the carving of the wooden bones that will become part of this project. In the meantime, I'd like to thank our sponsors for this project. Of course, the Beaverbrook Art Gallery that is hosting this digital residency, the Bonavista Biennale in 2021 in Newfoundland, which will be presenting this work where it'll debut in August through to September, the Prince Edward Island Department of Culture for funding this project, and the Canada Council of the Arts for also funding this project. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you back here next week.